Hello everyone. The Sims 1 and 2 is out as a re-release legacy collection, and so that's what I am excited to talk about a lot today. I've always loved The Sims 2. Oh, hi Raleigh. It was that type of game that I would go over to friends' houses and we would play on each other's computers. So like I had houses at my friend's house. Does that make sense? I made families at my friend's house. My house, she would have families. So we made it a multiplayer thing, even though The Sims is absolutely not multiplayer, unless you count the Sims Online that happened for a while. That was basically just Second Life. So there was a little bit of like humming and hawing about what the new re-release is going to be about. I was seeing it as a positive thing because what this meant is that EA would have to support it. So it has been obsolete for like over a decade to be able to get The Sims 2 to work on Windows 10, which is what I currently have. It was this horrible runaround. They made it so complicated. If you had the discs, that was the main way that you would install everything. You'd have your 13, 15 discs to install. But modern computers a lot of times don't come with disk drives at all. You'd have to get it digital. Well, the digital version is called the Ultimate Collection. They had the Ultimate Collection available until 2014, and then it was abandoned. So then, for a time, there was literally no way to get The Sims 2. So then EA was giving Ultimate Collection out for free. You could contact EA, they would just give you the code to Ultimate Collection. You could say like, oh, I lost my code or whatever, and they just send it to you. Like, it was free basically. From them, it was legal. But they did stop handing that out in 2018. It was good for a while. But you know, it was not to last forever. So since then, it's only been available by fans sharing the package file, since there was literally no like legal means of obtaining it. Maybe you'd be considered pirating it, but what are you supposed to do if you literally have no legal means of getting it? What you had to do was go to this lovely person's page to figure out how the heck to get The Sims 2 on Windows 10. How do you get it working on modern machines? Because after 2014, EA stopped giving out Ultimate Collection. You'd have to make sure that you increased memory, go into the log files and change the log files. Literally changing things in the notepad. 2024 Origin, which was EA's launcher, no longer existed. So if you had Ultimate Collection, you would have to update to the new EA app because they forced you to switch to it because Origin no longer existed. So again, it was another hurdle of like, okay, you maybe got Ultimate Collection 10 years ago, so make sure you download it on Origin, which doesn't exist anymore. It was awful. So now that they have it available as a re-release, it's kind of like, oh, it's like a sigh of relief. Like, thank God we have like an actual way of getting it to work without having to go through all this rigmarole. If I were to get the Legacy Collection, if my Ultimate Collection suddenly stopped working, or if I upgraded to Windows 11 and didn't want to try to figure out all of this stuff, how would my mods carry over? Because that's extreme. Like, I will not play The Sims 2 without all of my mods. Let me tell you, I have hundreds of custom content, object mods, just like everything. I have them all organized. One of the things that I wanted to touch on about this Legacy Collection release is that it doesn't include everything. So the Ultimate Collection from 2014 was all of the expansion packs, all of the stuff packs, and you would think that this Legacy Collection also is all of those. unfortunately, they have left out one of the stuff packs that is IKEA. What a lot of people are having to do is download the stuff pack as a mod, basically. I kind of understand it. They probably had a brand deal with them 15 years ago, which they don't have anymore. So what they end up having to do is just take it out completely. Because otherwise they probably would have to renegotiate a brand deal with them, a partnership. There is something else not included in the Sims 2 Legacy Collection, and that is Sims 2 store content. It's a thing that is included in Sims 3, Sims 4. A lot of people know about custom content that is available from EA, what they sell to you from their storefront, but they did dabble in that with The Sims 2. It does not exist anymore. The Sims 2 store is obsolete. I think that they would put those store edition items up on a new store for the modern age, for you to again spend your money. Maybe they would make, oh my god, they would make the IKEA collection part of that. If they bring the Sims 2 store back, they're absolutely putting IKEA stuff in there so that you have to pay them. Oh my god. I just uncovered it. I solved the mystery. A possibility. They might bring back the IKEA stuff. You just have to buy it. And then, but maybe that means that they would, if they do have a Sims 2 store, Sims 2 Legacy store, maybe they would make new items to download. Then it's just basically the mod The Sims, but paid. So I don't know. I don't know if they would do that. That was The Sims 2, my favorite game of all time. I come back to it constantly. I am glad that it's getting support, honestly. At least that means that they're going to have eyes on it again and support it. Always good to have modern access to games that are over 15 years old. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.